All right, my water signs, good evening. It's super late. It's like 10:56. Better late than never. Happy Monday. I hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys are doing okay. It's going to be a element reading for the water signs, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. I'm going to try to keep it brief, straight to the point. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah, always take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If you have any questions, feel free to comment, email, like, share, and subscribe if you feel called to. What else? Yeah, so just take what resonates and leave what doesn't. So let's see what's going on for my beautiful, lovely, graceful water signs. Sometimes graceful. Let's see what's going on with my water signs. Oh, if you hear any noise in the background, it's like I have air like directly blowing on me. It just feels really comforting. We have what card that flew out first? Fair imperfection to acknowledge and transform. Okay, I feel like fire signs got. Ooh. We got 7th house, union, partnership, love, and compromise. Okay. And we have conjunction, support, fusion, union, focus. Okay, so you guys got, and then we have fall. Find your expression in an uncomfortable environment, retrograde, new perspective, introspection, reflection, think different. And we have 11th house, friends, fraternity. Okay. You guys have 2 cards that talk about union. And then we have a card that speaks about fair. Okay, so I feel like for some of my water signs, not all of you, I feel like some of you may be struggling with your fear of intimacy at this time, right? I feel like some of you guys, there's certain parts of you that you don't want a person, or maybe you just don't want people in general to see. Maybe you fear that if people see this, they won't like what they see, they won't like what they uncover. Just always, tell yourself this, and always know that people can really only love you as much as you love yourselves, and that includes imperfections, right? You don't have to be perfect to be loved. You really don't. I mean, like, there's somebody, I'll just say this, there's somebody for everybody. You don't have to be perfect to be loved. So I feel like for some of you, there may be a fear of intimacy, or there's also that fear of intimacy. Some of you can, I don't really like to get, my channel is not love-based. I said this when I first started the channel. Just because I feel like a lot of you just focus on, who's coming back, who's thinking of you, I feel like that doesn't help people. I feel like it keeps people stuck and stagnant in the past, and it keeps people from focusing on themselves and moving forward. So whether people are meant to be in our lives or not, the purpose is to progress and move forward. So that the focus should always be on yourselves, on ourselves. Not who's coming back, are they gonna text you, not none of that weird shit. The focus should always be on yourself, because you're important. But I always say I will speak on what I see and what I feel. And I feel like for a lot of my water signs, there's some issues surrounding intimacy, and a lot, when there's issues surrounding intimacy with others, there's usually an issue surrounding intimacy with ourselves, right? So if we're having a problem with conjoining with other people, with coming together and maybe being supported by others, there's a part of us that's lacking that for ourselves. So maybe there are some things that you don't really feel too proud of in your past, or maybe in your recent past, present, whatever it is. There could be something, maybe you fear intimacy because maybe you've hurt people before and you're afraid of being hurt like you've hurt people, or maybe you've been hurt before, so you're afraid of that happening altogether. I just feel like overall, you guys, there's something that something surrounding intimacy. You guys do have support here. I feel like you guys just need to, I feel like for some of you, I feel like this is for my masculine water signs, like my guys. I feel like some of you guys are going through some things that you aren't really sharing with people close to you. Some of you are, some of you aren't, but I feel like for the majority of you, you're not really being open and honest about what's really going on in your life right now. I feel like a lot of you guys are kind of just, nobody really knows what's going on. And there's a lot that's actually going on beneath the surface for you guys. And, maybe, a therapist, a counselor, a trusted, a friend that you trust, that you can vent to, who won't tell your business, who won't make your business the topic of brunch conversations or smoke and drinking sessions. Somebody that you can trust, that you can talk to, who can listen to you without absorbing what you're telling them, right? Because I feel like it's very imperative to be a good listener without absorbing what the person across from you is telling you, right? Because then you don't want to be drained. So and I feel like water signs, for the most part, you guys are good at listening to people, but when it's you guys tend to kind of hold some things back. But this can be for my male or females. I just said males because for a lot of times men have a harder time opening up to people about their mental and emotional feelings and discords and dis-eases that they are facing at the time. But this can be also for my female water signs as well. Maybe some of you guys have a fear of something, and it can be a fear of, maybe some of you are separating from somebody, or somebody separating from you. Maybe you guys have a fear of, if you guys are going through a divorce, or if you guys there could be a fear of intimacy. There could be a fear of your partner finding something out about yourselves that maybe you haven't really shared with them before. You guys been together for a long time. This could be a new person. Whatever it is, water signs, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, be as transparent as you can, because like I stated before, people can only love you as much as you gotta let people accept all parts of you. People can't really love us fully until they really know us. You know what I'm saying? Because anything other than that is just based off of like superficial things like looks, lust, sex, and codependency and attachments. But if you really want to build deep bonds with people, you gotta let people see like the good, the bad, the ugly, and if you can work on those parts together as a team, and you guys can work through iron out those kinks, then you guys, it deepens the bond. Unless, as long as it's not toxic or abusive, then, you can deepen that. Yeah. And it may be, and some of you may need to compromise on something too. There may need to be a compromise in regards to a certain situation, a setup, a living situation, share of responsibilities, share of effort that's being put in. This could be one-sided. There's something here that you need to acknowledge within yourself or within this partnership, or maybe this is the person you're dealing with. They need to acknowledge an aspect of themselves or an aspect of the dynamic and how it's, caused them to maybe behave a certain way, or maybe just something individually between you and this person that's going to actually transform the dynamic for better or for worse. But the point here is to be very honest and to really self-reflect. And the more you express yourself when you're uncomfortable, the more you grow and the more you expand, right? Sometimes we grow the best when we're put in uncomfortable situations, and an uncomfortable situation is going to mean different things for different people. Look at my water signs need to know. Too many. And also, water signs, I would say at this time, have more compassion for yourself. We have responsibility. Yeah, I feel like somebody, whether it's you, this person, there's a lack of accountability too. It's somebody's responsibility, probably yours, to acknowledge there's certain just know you're not perfect. I don't care how loving you think you are, how loyal you think you are, how sweet you think you are, how nurturing you think you are. It's your responsibility to acknowledge your imperfections and to acknowledge how you play a part in the demise of your connections and unions with other people. It doesn't really matter how great of a lover or how loyal or giving you think you are. If you're psychotic or crazy or uncompromising, or you act like a brat when you don't get your way, all of that, it gets overshadowed. It doesn't matter, So if you're emotionally reactive or, immature, or you shut down when somebody doesn't do something, or when the minute somebody makes a mistake and you like flip out, that's your problem. That's on you. So there's some aspects of yourself that you need to hold yourself more accountable for. Or this could be the person that you're dealing with. Take it how it resonates. You know your situation more than I do. We have growth, yes. So what this partnership, this situation, and the seventh house is ruled by Libra. Libra's energy is all about partnerships. We evolve and we grow through the partnerships with other people. Work partnerships, romantic, platonic, family, relationships of all kinds teach us growth. It teaches us how to work with other people. It teaches us how to compromise. It teaches us accountability, responsibility, being mindful and responsible of other people's feelings. And, and that's how we grow, is when we learn to think outside of ourselves, when we understand life isn't just about us and our needs and how we want things to be and how we want things to go. We're able to grow. And we're also, sometimes we begin to outgrow people and outgrow certain relationships, environments, households, and dynamics. And that's okay. Maybe for some of you, it's not no one's else's, it's your responsibility to grow. And if you outgrow people, water signs, that's okay. If you outgrow friends, if you outgrow family, if you outgrow certain jobs, that's okay. Don't feel guilty about that. It's not your responsibility to help other people grow. Your responsibility is to yourself first before anything else. And we have turmoil. Yes. Yeah, so for some of you, maybe you guys are going through something with someone. We got return to country at the top. We got achievement, illusions, mother goddess, leadership, you got I feel like a lot of you guys are doing, which I hope you're doing, I think I stated this early on, but reflection. I know I said this, I think, for Scorpio when I was doing the individual signs. I know I said that for Scorpio, but being that I'm doing the element signs, this is for water signs in general. But I'm bringing that up because I know I said that to someone, reflecting and going within. I said that to one sign, but I feel like if you guys are going through something, just know you do have support. It could be you or someone around you that's going through this. We got this turmoil here. It's you or someone. Just know, don't try not to take on people's problems and people's stuff as your own, because again, everyone is responsible for their own growth. You can't force people to grow up. We can't. We can't love people into being better. We can't care for people into growing up. Like we can't nurture people. We can't take care of people. We can't provide for people into being productive members of society. You know, that's something that if that part of the brain is just not developed, baby, it ain't gonna be developed, okay? Some people just will not change. And you know, if you are, you know, if you find yourself in this constant feeling of turmoil, it could be because you're trying to like beat a dead horse. You could be trying to water a dead plant, or it could be that maybe you're just not taking responsibility for your actions and things. That could be, or that can be it too. Maybe you just aren't taking the necessary steps to be accountable. Or this could be the person you're dealing with. Take it how it resonates. But if you guys are going through something, just know you do have people that love and care about you. You do have support. You don't have to keep everything to yourself. You know, especially if you're like the strong friend, or especially if you're like if you're an older sibling or something, you know, you don't have, you know, don't worry about, don't be so hard on yourself. Water signs. We have grounding here. We have omens. Again, I feel like this relationship, this partnership, or whatever this dynamic is, and this could be something. Hold on. We have forgiveness. Yes, guys. So I feel like for some of you, then we have new beginnings and self-love. Yes, I love this, water signs. I feel like for some of you, your challenge when it comes to connecting and bonding with new people and new relationships, or even relationships that you've been in for periods of time, long-term marriage or whatever, even friendships, I feel like it can be a little bit challenging for you guys, because you know, when you guys get burned in the past, you know, although you guys flow like water, you know, remember, like when the ocean gets polluted, right? The ocean is a very vast environment, but it can get polluted, and when it's polluted, you know, as much as it flows and as much as it moves, those things, you know, it takes those things with it. So I feel like sometimes, you know, you guys kind of take past experiences and you guys, you carry them with you in your hearts, like heavily, in your energy, everything, especially if you're a fixed water sign, especially for my Scorpios. And I feel like for my Cancers, you know, when they're feeling some type of way, they retreat, you know, they go in their shell. They become moody, they become emotionally manipulative in their new relationships and their new connections and their new dynamics, because, you know, they don't want to be out of control. They don't want to be subordinate, you know, or like inferior, or however they felt in the past with other people that hurt them. And I feel like for my Pisces, you know, I feel like there's a tendency to, I feel like it's hit or miss with Pisces. I feel like Pisces either can completely abandon past experiences and just jump into new things with no care in the world, or it can really alter Pisces' perception of themselves and people. So, but I feel like with forgiveness and turmoil here, I feel like water signs, you guys are needing to forgive someone, or someone is needing to forgive you, so you guys can move forward, and so you guys can actually come into union. And this doesn't have to be love. It can be a friend. It can be a family member. It can be it can be like a child. It can be a sibling. You know, it really doesn't. Not everything is romantic. So, you know, when we're talking about union and partnership, you don't have to apply it romantically if that's not where it fits. Apply it to the type of relationship or union and dynamic that it fits to. And I feel like for others of you with this union and omens here, I feel like whatever this dynamic is, whatever is going on, right now it's trying to teach you guys something, and it's trying to show you guys something that you guys are having a hard time seeing at this time. And I feel like once you guys gain the lesson, you know, you guys can forgive and move forward, and you guys can become more grounded and more aware, right? This is a good time for you guys to reflect. Let's do a self-care message. And make sure to clear your energy. You guys are very sensitive to energy, water signs, more than anyone. So make sure you're doing your spiritual baths on a regular basis. Make sure you're doing, you know, what you need to do to protect yourselves. I don't like how that flew out, sorry. Make sure you're doing what you need to do to protect yourselves. I think I mentioned this in fire sign reading. Sometimes if the car, oh well, it came out again, so we'll take it. Look to the stars. Sometimes depending on, like, I don't know if a car flies out lackluster, I won't take it. But then sometimes they pop back up. So, you know, I always look at that as an omen to take it. Which card fell out? We got pleasure. Okay, hold on. Some of you guys, one more self-care message for the water signs. And we got sex. Jesus fucking Christ. Damn. And then we got meditate, soak in the bath. Yes, take a spiritual bath, health checkup. Some of you guys need to go get tested, go, you know, to the doctor, sync with the moon. Spend time with friends, take a walk. Yes, okay. So, for my water signs who haven't been having sex, like, look to the stars. You know, I look at this card as we do have a full moon in Capricorn coming up. So, look to see where Capricorn falls in your chart and do some releasing, some manifesting, however you like to use that energy. I like to use full moon energies to release, but some people manifest and call things in during that time. Everyone is different. Do what works for you. With the pleasure and sex card here, I feel like for some of you guys, this is going to be a little, damn, pleasure and sex. I feel like, wow. I don't know if some of you felt sexually used in the past by people, or you felt like people kind of just, some of you may be having a marriage, a relationship where the sex isn't there. I would, with the pleasure card here, try pleasuring yourself, try doing it in front of your partner. That may kind of, you know, spice things up. Or maybe maybe you're not being honest with your partner about how you like being pleased. You know, as we get older, as we learn new things, experience new things, you know, our tastes change, right? So be honest about that. Don't lie. But yeah, with the omen, yeah, some of you guys, what pleases you, what pleased you before, especially for my people who are in a marriage or a long-term relationship, what pleased you before may not be pleasing you. You know, it just may not be doing it for you right now. So be honest about that. You know, you may want to explore some things on your own. You may want to come into that intimacy with yourself. And then for others of you, I feel like some of you guys have been taken advantage of sexually in some form. This could have been remember a time, the readings are timeless. This could be something that's happening now or happened like decades. This could have happened decades ago, years ago, months ago. You know, this could be something that's happening now or will happen in the future. Just, you know, don't get too hung up on timelines. But some of you need to forgive somebody. You know, there could be something. And for some of you, the reason why it's hard for you to connect with people, maybe something happened to you guys when you were younger. And that's why maybe your relationships are strictly sexually based for the most part. Maybe you feel like it's easier to connect with people sexually than it is intimately because of, you know, maybe you didn't get enough affection growing up, so like sex is the only way you feel like you can get that or give that with people. Yeah, but there's some maybe you need to forgive yourself for parts of your sexuality that maybe you shun. Yeah, or there could just be some, maybe you guys just aren't really in the mood to have sex. Maybe you've been having too much of it. We got meditate here. Yeah, water signs. Yeah, and there's new beginnings, and then self-love is at the bottom. Return to yourselves at this time. If you've been having a lot of sex, or you've been like and this is for my single water signs. If you've been using sex as a way to escape, I will hold off on that. I would stop doing that and really return to yourself. It's not going to really heal anything. It's not going to make you feel any better. And for those of you who aren't having enough sex, you need to go and do that, whether it's, pleasing yourself, or, if you have a partner you can trust, you need to go ahead and do that. But there could be some type of trauma around sex for you guys that needs to be looked into a bit, okay? I hope this helps, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.